Ladies and gentlemen, please tone it down a bit. There's an announcement I'd like to read. Now, wait, how am I supposed to pronounce this?
Fight!
Topic of the day is the truth about music. And before I get started, I would love to give all honor, glory, and praise to our Creator, the Most High. And I want to send a special thanks to each and every one that's listening. Thanks for tuning in. Topic of the day is the truth about music. Where did it come from? Who invented it? What was its purpose? And the answer to that $1 million question is the very first form of music was created in heaven to give glory and honor to the Most High. End of definition. You know, that's why music was created in the first place. You know, we live life today and we see, well, I'm not going to say we see, we hear, you know, different types and genres of music. But no one ever asked the question or, you know, just wonder, where did music come from? You know, the very first form of it. You know, as I just illustrated, it was for the Most High. Just like with everything else they created, it was to give praise and glory to Him. But we live in today's society and we hear, you know, different types of music. You know, like we hear rap music and we hear R&B music, country, you know, rock, whatever music you listen to, but you don't know the true origins of it. You don't know why you're bobbing your head. You don't know why, if you listen to the music, if you hear a certain lyric or a certain song, you know, something about it that you like, you don't know why you instantly start to want to listen to it repeatedly. And it's all by design that if they can get a catchy beat, a nice beat, you know, they can slide different lyrics in there, you know, to get the listener to listen to recite, then to emulate. And when you emulate something, that means you start to do it. So when they get them to do it, they get people to react to the music, you know, as far as like doing the music, you know, quote unquote. I'm not going to say quote unquote, but so to speak. You know, they get you to do what they're saying in the music. That's a better way of putting it. You know, they get you to do it. You know, in light with all of their plans, you know, the elites, they use the music to get us to do, you know, different things. You know, it's like they started off slow in like the 50s and 60s with, they got us to dance with, I guess it would be the bebop music. Then they got us to listen to the jazz music and, you know, so forth, like the R&B, the rhythm and blues, the soul music. They got us to feel, you know, a certain way because the music, it carries certain vibrations, you know, and it makes you feel a certain way when you listen to the music, you know. And like I said, it's all by design. Like, if we accepted it in the past, you know, gradually we're going to accept it in the near future. And this, the excuse is like it's their generation, it's their time. Let them make their music, and all of those arguments is true. But these youngsters these days, they like to blast the music so everyone else can hear the music that they're listening to. That's the problem. It's not. It's like they invented headphones for a reason. I know I might be getting off subject, but the music, the effect of music, they getting us to like the music. Like I said, it started in the past with they getting us to dance to the music, and they getting us to feel, different, just feeling different ways about the music. Then it turned into the R&B, where we, as men, I'm speaking for men, we feel a way when we listen to rhythm and blues. It's like nowadays it's frowned upon to even mention that you like R&B music, like for a straight heterosexual man. But I'm saying that to say listening to R&B music made me want to, I guess, be in love with a woman, make love to a woman, just appreciate the woman. That was the R&B music, in my opinion. And then it's like they transferred that era into this era. I'm not gonna say they transferred it. It's more like it evolved, into this era of, okay, we got y'all to love each other, with R&B, soul, neo soul era. Now it's time to kill y'all. Now it's time to put out and make it acceptable the drill music. The lyrics is, as far as like killing some, how to conceal weapons, how to disrespect the women, how to just get oral sex from the women, and nothing else. And I'm like, as growing up as a heterosexual man, hearing these lyrics is very, very suspect. Because, like I said, I come from a time where, we appreciate the woman. Now these youngsters in these, rap lyrics, rap videos, they're talking about, what's the lyric? Moneybagg Yo. He quoted, I just want to get some top from the female. I don't even know where vagina's like. And I'm sitting there scratching my head. At first I was bobbing my head to the music. Not gonna lie to nobody, because that's the power of music. They get you to bob your head, and they put certain lyrics in there, and it goes over certain people's heads. But I caught it instantly, like, wait a minute, dude. You're old enough to, appreciate a woman. You have a baby moms. You have kids. That means at some point in your life, you had vagina before. And you're saying in your rap lyrics that you don't want to have nothing to do with it. Is it that you're making too much money and you don't have, time to enjoy vagina? I don't know. I'm just saying. But the lyrics is very, very suspect. And when I hear it, I gotta call it instantly. I don't care if it messes up the vibe. I don't care if we just chilling, whatever. But if I hear something that sounds suspect, I have to call it. Because I can't let that influence me, which in turns will influence my kids, which in turn will influence their kids. You know, the power of music. You know, it affects generations. You know, like with my era, we had the Tupac era. You know, the Tupac versus, you know, the Biggie Smalls era. You know, as far as like the rap beef. So I guess like the beef really ain't nothing new. But in this era, you know, as of December 22nd, 2021, it's more amplified. We hear about more and more beef between rappers, artists, just celebrities in general. That's all we hear about now. We hear about the confrontation. We hear about the fights. We hear about the shootings. And that's becoming the new form of entertainment. We're becoming entertained by people getting killed. You know, we're becoming entertained by the beef. You know, when such and such starts beef with such and such. And then, I mean, before you know it escalates, the crowd is there to cheer them on. You know, and then it's like when people die about it or die from it, that's when you hear the uproar. You know, the outcry. You know, people talking about, oh man, when we gonna put down the guns, man? When we gonna stop this senseless violence, man? It's becoming pathetic, man. I mean, we can't do nothing better than this, man. And you know, and it's all because of the lyrics. You know, they talk about the beef in their lyrics. Why they can't talk about nothing positive? And I think y'all know why. You know, the listener. Because the positivity is not what is being heavily promoted or accepted. It's not cool to do something positive. But I have to give a shout out to this dude who is signed by PRE, Grove Hero. You know, shouts out, you know, for doing what he's doing with his platform. You know, that dude is really being a prime example of a good role model. You know, and I'm going to leave it right there. Just salute to him and what he's doing, because he's calling out the fakery. I'm not going to say he's a comedian. He's a comedian. I'm not going to say he's a rap artist. Yeah, he's a comedian. You know, but he's calling out the fakery that's going on within the industry. You know, these people put on and talk about, like Black Youngster, for instance. You know, he talk about how he bought up his whole neighborhood, but the dude Grove Hero, he goes through the neighborhood, and you should see the neighborhood. The neighborhood looks very, very bad. You know, I thought I live in a very bad neighborhood, but you know, Memphis look real, real bad right now. I don't know if people moving there. I wouldn't even advise for people to move there, because, you know, just for him to drive through there, you know, it looks very bad. You know, just the part where he say he drove through Black Youngster's grandmother's, you know, house, her neighborhood. You know, he say he did renovations on her house and houses around it. But that just goes to show that, you know, the fans, the people, I'm not going to say we because I don't do it. The people put so much time, effort into supporting these so-called celebrities. Let's support the real. If they doing something positive, let's support that. You know.